Okay.
Yeah.
What a day to be alive. What's up, people? What's Gucci? Let us know who we're hanging out with here in the chat. Just say, hey, I'm here. How you darn?
Just say, hey,
It's
how
a
you
good
doing?
day to be great. Free agency is popping off. We're not seeing many offensive players. We'll talk about it in a second. We'll just quickly address free agency. But still, overall, a really good day. If you guys don't know, if you haven't watched the latest video that we released, we have officially partnered with Flock Fantasy. And
That's
we're
right.
basically creating the best, I feel like, the best product anyone can possibly buy if they play Fantasy and Dynasty. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I would say, Badake, first thing we should do is talk about the news, free agency.
Sure.
If you guys can do us a favor and drop a like on the stream.
You like that?
If you like the content, the easiest way to help support the show, if we get to 100 likes, we will pop off a rookie mock draft right after we do a startup today. But why don't we go ahead and talk about some of the news, because there has been quite a lot of news. Fantasy Pros has a great news section, so I figured we'd just use theirs. Okay, so things that are big. Sam Darnold to the Niners. What do you think about this? Because some people are saying, all right, Trey Lance is being traded. This is their backup for Brock Purdy. What do you read? How do you read into this?
I think it's either.
So no thoughts, basically.
No, I think it's either Brock Purdy that's going to get traded or Trey Lance is going to get traded, and Sam Darnold is going to be a backup for one of these guys.
Yeah.
Who is the guy he's going to be a backup for? We don't know. They're just securing somebody so they can probably sell Brock Purdy at a premium or Trey Lance somehow at a premium now, because they could have easily gotten Sam Darnold, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
That's where I'm going with that.
Yeah, I kind of tend to feel like this is a Trey Lance being traded move. Let's see, though.
To be fair, it's only a 1-year deal. Like, does he make the team? Do they drop him?
He'll make the team. I mean, he'll definitely make the team, considering what they went through last year. They're not going to drop Sam Darnold.
Sure.
I would like Trey Lance to be traded and given a shot somewhere. Jesse Bates of the Falcons is huge for their defense. Honestly, I could be misreading this, but I thought he would be paid more. I felt like the Bengals might not have been able to pay him, but
how old is he? How old is Jesse? I think that's the biggest thing.
I don't think he's that old, man.
Because he shouldn't. He's 26.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think he's in his prime right now. So I think that's a good deal
26.
for the Falcons. Let's see, anything else that's pretty exciting. Tampa Bay, strong contender to land Baker, which is interesting. Jawan Taylor. This deal was interesting to me because 4 years, $80 million, $60 million guaranteed. I don't feel like Jawan Taylor was worth that, but tackles have this weird part of like going to Kansas City and being better. So maybe they believe in Jawan Taylor and they're like, Jacksonville's not doing it right. We can figure him out. We like the player. Hey, because there was talks about the Chiefs getting Laramie Tunsil, so obviously they're not going to do that anymore. Mike Boone signs with the Texans, so if you haven't bought him now, what the hell are you doing? Stop watching the stream and go buy Mike Boone. Case Keenum with the Houston Texans, that was interesting. Mike White to the Dolphins. That signals to me, as if you need any more signals, that Tua is their starter. Andrew Wiley with Washington. This is really good. Washington has improved their offensive line, not only with Wiley, but also with Gates, who has had an up and down career. But I think both of these guys improved the line. Good for Brian Robinson. Good for Antonio Gibson. Good for Sam Howell. Jimmy G with the Raiders is probably the biggest news. So you went from Derek Carr and you made a massive upgrade to get Derek Carr, basically. Am I reading it wrong?
You just get a better looking Derek Carr that plays
more sex appeal. We're selling sex in Las Vegas.
More, and that's what it is in Vegas. When you go, what stays in Vegas? When you go to Vegas, shit happens, right? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So Jimmy G's now there. You're gonna have a lot of A lot of money too.
Okay, yeah. I was like, where are we going here?
A lot of money.
We talked about Jimmy G as a really good buy low in Superflex formats for a while now, and you might not be able to buy him low anymore. It's a 3-year, $67.5 million deal, so good for him. I would say this is good for Devontae. This is good for Josh Jacobs. Like overall, you have a competent quarterback, so
Exactly.
so that's good. Nick Gates signs with the Commanders. A lot of defensive moves. We haven't seen really any running backs. I remember that.
Nothing in the offensive side.
I remember
feels like outside of quarterback.
Matt Breida re-signed with the Giants.
Yeah, 1-year deal.
Matt Corral could be traded.
Makes sense.
Cortland Sutton could be traded. Jerry Jeudy could be traded. Jason Kelsey returning. That's pretty big for that Eagles team. But overall, I would say from like an excitement level, it was okay. This part's weird. Austin Eckler requests to speak with teams on a trade. I'll give my take, and then I want to know what you think. To me, this is a negotiation tactic. Okay, Austin Eckler is looking at all these other aging running backs who are making more money than him, and he's outperforming by a mile. Right, with Zeke, Dalvin, Alvin, he's saying, "I want to get my money," and probably the Chargers are like, we already have a deal with you like this year. I think this is a negotiation tactic. He wants to extend, and he's using this as leverage. What do you think?
I can see the leverage, but at the same time, it's like, I don't think he has enough just purely based on the market. Like, okay, I can see what you've done for us, but let's remember, you're 29, about to be 30 years old.
He's not 29. He is way younger than that, man.
How old is he? 27?
I believe he's 27.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, still then, you're still an aging running back on your second contract. Let me go get a David Montgomery. Let me go get a Miles Sanders. Let me go get anyone else that is younger and that's looking for their second contract that can also contribute for our team. So
yeah,
I think the way I'm seeing it, Austin Eckler is going to be one of these guys that is not just going to go to any team. He's going to a contender. And whether that is the Bengals, whether that is the Bills, whatever the case may be, that's how I'm seeing it.
Yeah, I can see that. All right, Hanif has a question here. Where are we posting the link today? We will be posting it in the new Discord, the combined Discord with Flock. I just posted that link in there. There is a tab under Fantasyland that is called Content Releases. That is where it will be posted. We will be transitioning and combining our Discords together. You'll still have access to our community just like you did before, but it'll just look a little bit different, and certain parts will be unlockable. Anything else? Jonnu Smith to the Falcons. We don't really need to talk about that.
No, I just think the Bears are doing a lot defensively. Even, they got rid of Roquan Smith. They signed TJ Edwards and
Tremont Edmonds.
Tremaine Edmonds.
Yeah, I thought those were great deals for them. And the Bears are going to be a better team by a lot this year.
Exactly, and they still have their picks. They're still going to probably invest in some talent in the offensive area. I'm pretty sure they still have a significant amount of money. I also believe that they got some offensive line pieces. I could be mistaken there, but I'm pretty sure they did get that as well. So I'm actually really excited for the Bears, for Justin Fields, for DJ Moore. And we can kind of talk about that a little bit later as that.
So in the new Discord, guys, you will have a tab that says Fantasyland. That is where our community is hosted. In that Fantasyland tab, there will be a content release channel.
I would say we should show them. I would say if you can share, even if it takes away my face, that would be really helpful because it is pretty new here, guys. So Zach will share it. We'll post the link, but we'll wait just so everyone's on the same page for the new, as we kind of transition to this new Discord.
Okay. Let me go ahead and add that then. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys should be able to see this now. Okay. So this is what the new Discord looks like. All right. So you've got, you guys won't have access to this, but people who join, they will use this to get in the right Discord. But you've got general chats here for all the community, okay? You've got people who are in Mason's community there that they can chat. And then in our community, you'll see these little tabs. This says Fantasyland, okay? We've got announcements. Anytime we announce something, we'll put it there. Content releases. This is where we'll put the links to the live streams and the links to join. And then you have the general tab, which anyone can be a part of. The suggest content tab, which anyone can be a part of. And then we have the Dynasty Best Ball Roster Submission Fantasy Hotline and Dynasty Trade section, which will only be unlockable through the Flock website. If you guys don't know, we have partnered with Flock Fantasy, Mason over there. So if you don't really know what's going on with that, we can tell you about that. Now, we have partnered with Flock Fantasy, okay? We're really excited about this, really excited about it, what it could be, what it could bring. But if you want to sign up, support us, you'll get our rankings, our articles, our bonus content, live streams, videos, and then you will also get everyone else on the site. Okay, so if you look at the team on the site that we partnered with, you're going to get rankings, articles, and bonus content from all of these creators. Mason Dodd with Flock, the guys at Fantasy Endgame, the guys at Fantasy Stock Exchange. Yeah. So we've all come together to make a product that we could never make on our own, and we're really, really excited about it. Have heard great feedback so far. In the description, there is a sign up link if you would like to sign up. I'll paste it in the chat now. The code that you want to use is LAND, LAND. That gets you 30% off your membership. And you'll see there's two subscribe. There's two different tiers that you can choose. We would suggest annual. When you use our promo code LAND to sign up, these prices are actually 30% off. So what you're seeing right now, these prices are 30% off. So the Flocker tier is going to get you, again, everyone's rankings, everyone's articles, everyone's bonus content. You're going to unlock parts of the Discord. The Mother Flocker tier is where you get bonuses that are just from Badake and myself. Okay, so those bonuses include the Fantasy Hotline, a direct line where you can DM us. Dynasty Trades, our Dynasty Trade show, we're now going to make that. We're trying to, as we grow, keep the community somewhat, small and tight knit. Those people who really care about what we're doing, helping us grow. Exactly. So if you want your trades to be on our trade show, you get guaranteed trade reviews on that trade show every week through the Mother Flocker tier. And again, like I showed you guys in the Discord, there's that tab for that. You get the, we're going to start looking at grading Dynasty teams for you guys and more over there. So as well as our yearly Dynasty draft guide you'll get with this tier as well. So really excited. Our content is not really changing. I mean, some people had that question. They were like, wait, so your YouTube channel is changing? No, we're doing pretty much the same thing here. It's just we're moving from Patreon to flockfantasy.com. We're really excited about it. Look, there might be a couple streams where we have Mason on, or we're on Mason's stream, or some of the other guys, but as for the most part, our channel will run as normal. We're still going to be doing live streams. We're still going to be pumping out content for you guys. Everything stays the same in the content sphere. Yeah, we just are where you get it now and how you access it. It's just a little bit different. That's all it is. Yeah. And by the way, talking about bonus content, I just released a video today about DJ Moore. So I have my opinion on DJ Moore. I think there is a very clear opportunity to take advantage in Dynasty Football. Those people who are signed up over on the site, you can go view that on the site now. You'll have access to that as well as everyone else's bonus content that we put on here, right? Even rankings, even articles, right? We got combine articles, Dynasty startup tips. I did an article about Mike Gesicki. It's really the best product we could possibly ever put out. And then if you ever wanted to see like what our rankings look like besides some of these other content creators that you really like, you can add my name. You can add Badake's name. You can add Mason's name, right? And you can see exactly where our rankings differ between us all on one site, and those update monthly. So again, appreciate everyone who has left really good reviews so far. I mean, we've had great response, which has been really encouraging to see. We're excited about the site and where it's going to be. But again, I'll drop that link if you do want to sign up. Use our code LAND, LAND. That's going to get you 30% off the site, any membership. And let's go ahead and get to what we're going to do today, which is a Dynasty startup mock draft. That's right. Badake, the link is going to be sent in the new Discord under content
Discord.
releases, which we just discussed.
Exactly.
And I'll put that Discord link here. That's still open to the public. Okay, some of the new Discord will be unlocked through the site, but that content release is still open to the public. So why don't you go ahead and choose a spot here, and we'll get started.
I was gonna say, can I get the 10? Because I'm kind of doing this thing where I go through all of them, you know. And
Sure.
the next one I have is the 10.
Sure, I'll go to 9.
Yeah, nice. Okay, like Zach said, join the Discord, our new Discord, link in the description. Go to our DynastyLand tab, then go to content releases. That's exactly where I posted the link here, guys. It is first come, first serve, like we always say. So if you don't get in today, it's okay. We go live Monday through Thursday. Actually, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time now, because I know there was daylight savings over there in the United States. So the new time now moving forward is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, not 7 p.m. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be going live. And I'm sending this link out here in 3, 2, there you go. So let's see how fast some of these people get in, if it's still going to be just the same.
Oh, wow.
And it looks
I
just the
love
same.
it. I love that we're all over there, though. Actually, there's a lot of people I don't think I've mocked with before. I definitely haven't mocked with Sweet Tea. Mantra, I know, signed up, but we haven't. I don't believe we have mocked with him. I know he signed up to Flock. Shout out to him. But I know we haven't not mocked with some of these guys before. Some we have, but welcome everybody. So we're doing a Dynasty startup mock draft, and we're using the landing spots from Walter Football's latest mock draft. Okay, so the Panthers get Bryce Young at 1, then they go CJ Stroud at 2 to the Texans. Will Levis goes to the Colts. Then we see Anthony Richardson to the Raiders, Bijan Robinson to the Bears, which is a very realistic possibility.
Wow.
JSN goes to the Texans. We love that stack. Quentin goes to the Patriots, rather. Then we get into the back half of this first round, and we see Zay Flowers to the Ravens, Jordan Addison to the Giants, Michael Mayer to the Bengals, Jahmyr Gibbs to the Saints. And now let's get into the second round of this draft, where we see the first player is Jalen Hyatt to the Packers in the second round. Jonathan Mingo to the Steelers. Tanner McKee to the Bucks. Cedric Tillman to the Seahawks. Luke Musgrave to the Lions. Darnell Washington to the Bills. And we'll get into the third round now. No running backs. That was weird. Sam Laporta to the Texans. There goes Zach Charbonnet to the Rams in the third. I think that's way too late, but here we are. Xavier Hutchinson. Here we go. Get some respect for my boy Xavier Hutchinson here in the third round. I like it. Dalton Kincaid goes to the Packers. He's going to go much earlier than this, as we do probably suspect Josh Downs as well.
Yeah, Josh Downs.
Zach Evans to the Dolphins. Hey, I bet you're all on board Zach Evans now. Let's go, baby. Chris Rodriguez to the Jags.
A lot of people saying somebody else should go to the Dolphins right now. Everyone's preaching it.
Oh, okay.
I tweeted it out. We can talk about that later.
I don't know what you're talking about, but we can definitely talk about it later. Deuce Vaughn goes to the Panthers ahead of Devin Achane. Weird vibes, but Devin Achane's a Chief. Kayshon Boutte is a Niner. RIP his value.
GG's. Booty.
And then in the fourth round, relevant players. Kenny McIntosh goes to the Raiders. Yoshivas goes to the Falcons. Brown goes to the Chase Browns. Jalen Reed to the Jets. Rashee Rice to the Falcons. Tucker Kraft to the Panthers. He'll go earlier than that. Rakim Jarrett to the Patriots. Just looking at relevant guys here. Tyler Scott to the Chargers. Charlie Jones to the Browns. Okay, so let's go ahead and start this off. Dynasty Superflex Startup Draft PPR Non-Tight End Premium. And let's get this thing poppin', Roxanne.
That's funny. All right. It's good to be back, boys. 116, boys and girls. It's really exciting. It's good to finally have everything out and about as well.
Yeah, everything's public knowledge, which is great.
I just feel like we were hiding it, and it was just like, oh, we can't tell you, and now he's this. But no.
We don't want to hide from you, but we are hiding information from you. But now it's all out.
Yeah, but it's all out now, and it feels so much better. Relief is off our shoulders now, and we're just gonna ride. We're just gonna do what we do, you know.
Appreciate that, Vincent. We're excited as well.
Yeah,
the sniping between Zach and Badake is about to be hilarious. Sean says, yes, it will be. You're not wrong there. You're not wrong. Okay, so Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. Then we see Hurts, Herbert, Lawrence, Fields. I was hoping I was gonna grab Fields at the 9, but I guess this makes sense now. Okay, there goes Justin Jefferson. I'm going to double check my rankings over on flockfantasy.com. Again, you can sign up at flockfantasy.com/land, link in the description. My next quarterback would be Lamar Jackson. So let's not overthink this. Let's take Lamar at the 1-9. I think that puts you in a spot where you probably don't go quarterback, but let me know.
Yeah, it definitely puts me in that spot. And I didn't know if you were going to go Lamar or, Jamar Chase. And my wide receiver 1, I'll take Jamar Chase here at the 110. And let's see who I can get here at the 2-3. Yeah.
Sounds like a smart career move. Appreciate that, Drew. We're really excited to be with the team. Thanks for the sub, Night Owl.
Appreciate you.
Style, actually, one of the benefits of signing up to any membership at flockfantasy.com/land, if you want to use our promo code, is that we will be doing exclusive live streams for just the community over there. So there will be very soon mock drafts that are just for just for Flocker members. That's going to be starting next week. So if you guys want more chances at mock drafts, pretty much every week, if not at minimum 3 times a month, we will be doing member only mock drafts. It's not that we're taking anything away. We're just adding another stream for the people over there. And that will happen through Discord. You'll get notifications through Discord. If you sign up to those tiers, you will be notified in our Discord.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
Deshaun Watson, CeeDee Lamb at the 112, and Dak Prescott. So he gets to stack there at the 112, which is really good, really fun. And then Bijan at the 202. I think this one's pretty easy. I'll take Kyler Murray here. I know the injury is there, but you draft for the future here.
Okay, I just replied to someone, and then it just sent only a smiley face. I was trying to reply to Night Owl here. I literally sent an entire message for him, and then for whatever reason, it just sent a smiley face. There we go. I wanted to send him the website in case he wanted to sign up because he was asking questions about it. All right, Kyler Murray off the board. Ooh, I feel like I got a lot of good options here, man. Bryce Young, CJ Stroud.
You do, and I kind of feel unsettled with my pick with Kyler. I know we just made a video of our top 24, and I'm just like, oh, maybe should I have gone with one of these?
So the Panthers get Bryce at 1. He goes to the Panthers. That's probably what I'm gonna do here. Let me make sure it doesn't auto pick me someone else. I'll grab Bryce Young.
Okay. Nice.
I want to know what they did in the second round with the Panthers pick. What did they do in this mock draft? They got a guard. Okay, that helps.
Yeah, you continue to build there. This is everyone's really concerned about the Panthers. Okay, you're gonna go get your quarterback, but how are you gonna build around him, right? Who are the weapons there? And I think a lot of people are leaning on that, which I think it's true. You probably should lean on that. But it takes time to build around your team, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think you should count out whoever gets drafted, whether that's CJ, Bryce Young or Anthony Richardson in year 1, just based off of the team that's set for him at that moment.
You know me, I'm always a big talent over landing spot guy when it comes down to rookies, and I would definitely agree and echo what you said. And some people are like, oh, why would you want anyone who goes to the Texans? We just had a consensus top 5 quarterback in Houston in Deshaun Watson, right? Exactly. Bet on the talent, and the team will be built around that talent. Of course, he had D-Hop, but guys, that franchise was able to build around him. They drafted DeAndre Hopkins. They're competent enough to do it again. They're just in a very bad place, and these quarterbacks are what getting these teams out of bad places to help them build around their team. So,
yeah, exactly. And I guess just to finish off on that thought, it's we said the same thing about Garrett Wilson. Oh, I don't like it because he went to the Jets. Oh, I don't like Breece Hall because he went to the Jets. They're some of the top guys that people want on their team, right? Garrett Wilson just won at the 2-6 here. So just keep that in mind. By the way, Garrett Wilson, 2-6. What I tell you, we just made a video. We kind of had a little bit of a conversation about that. Talking about, okay, is he at the 208, maybe at the end of the second here, or is he going to go mid second, and I think this mid second is kind of where we're going to see him. Especially people are going to start taking chances on him if Aaron Rodgers does go to the Jets. If that is ever going to happen, actually, because we have no idea.
Do us a favor, guys. If you want to see a rookie mock draft tonight, right after this one, go ahead and drop a like. If we get to 100 likes, we'd be happy to pop off a rookie mock draft for you. That is the goal, 100 likes. Okay, so we see A.J. Brown, Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall off the board, and then CMC goes right after him. Judge My Name says, just got the mother flocker tier for you guys. Appreciate that, man.
That's awesome, man.
Just confirm that you use the code LAND. The reason we stress that so much when you sign up is because that's the only way we get your financial support through the site is if you do use that code. But if you have, that's awesome. Go ahead and send us a message on Discord if you have any questions. You can see I have posted a lot of messages over there in the Discord, the new Discord. So feel free to DM us with any questions. We'd love to make sure you get set up. And then in the Join Here tab of the setup page there in Discord, put your username, your email, and the code you used, and they're going to go ahead and get you those benefits through the Discord. So that's awesome, man. We'll definitely connect with you here soon. Huge love. Appreciate that.
Yeah, love.
Okay, so then we see Kenneth Walker off the board and Anthony Richardson, who in this scenario, he went to the Raiders, right?
He did go to the Raiders, and now with Jimmy G there,
probably not starting day one.
Exactly. Makes sense of him not starting day one. But we have to remember, Jimmy G goes back with McDaniels, right? So like they have the history. He knows how this offense is going to be ran. There's not really much of a massive learning curve, I think, here for Jimmy G. So Anthony Richardson feels like he's going to be sitting either the majority of the year or maybe half of the year if Jimmy G doesn't perform. So interesting that he still went here at the 3-11 or 3-1.
Yes, I think we have talked about this before. I still feel the same way. The hype is a little bit out of control, unfortunately. But here we are. Agree to disagree for some of us.
Agree to disagree 100%.
Thanks so much for the sub, Tom S.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you.
Brent, we do have a one quarterback mock draft video coming out this week. So we're always trying to do our best to help out that one quarterback community. So there absolutely will be a mock draft for you guys, a video version of it coming out this week. We always want to help y'all out.
Yeah.
Eric Kendricks to the Chargers. Nice move. Yeah, it is. 6K soon. Hit that like and sub, lads. Appreciate that, Baca.
Appreciate you,
man. I don't feel comfortable investing beyond the top 4 to 5 running backs in startups. Same, brother. We've been preaching that. We've been preaching that. There's like 5 or 6 running backs that you would invest in. Chad says, is it putting too many eggs in one basket to take Stroud, Young, and AR-15 in your rookie draft? I would take best player available. So if those are the best players available, like for example, if I have the 102 and the 103 and I don't need quarterback, I don't care. In a Superflex league, I'm still taking the quarterbacks, and then I will trade for need afterwards if people are gonna try and have a stare off telling me they don't need quarterbacks. I know what your team looks like. You need quarterbacks, and we'll trade later. So I'm always going best player available.
Yeah, and I always say this: if you have good quarterbacks and you're really unsure of what to do, of taking Stroud or Young, try and trade back. Try and get some value in somewhere in the draft. But if you just worried about having all these rookies, I mean, you gotta take these guys best player available. Stephon Diggs, Chris Olave, Tua tags, Amon-Ra St. Brown, T. Higgins, now Ronnie's on the clock, Justin Fields, Garrett Wilson, and he's at the 307 here with 15 seconds left.
Yes, sir.
Jackson Smith in Jigba.
Nice pick.
All right, let's see what he does here at the 108.
T. Williams says, Zach, are the Chiefs going to get Tunsil? I don't think so. I would be surprised if we did. That Jawan Taylor move kind of, to me, indicates we're good now. We're good. We're going to hold where we are. All right, here at the 3-9, a lot of options that I have. I guess I could
What are you
go running
thinking?
back here, but it's just too early for me. And I want to start to build around this wide receiver room. I've got a lot of great options on the board available to me.
Yeah.
And the way I'm going to swing here is DK Metcalf. I'll grab a little DK.
Gotta swing the DK, and I'll take my guy Danny Dimes, baby. Money maker, get in the bag, talk it up. 310. Right, Blazy? Oh.
So I guess we did talk about it, but are you happy with the contract overall for Daniel Jones?
I am happy with the contract. I know the initial thought process on Daniel Jones and his contract is that he's getting paid a lot, but it's really a 2-year contract.
Okay.
And it's broken out, and they do have that out, and there's also incentives of what he needs to do to perform to actually hit that as well. So it seems like a lot of money, especially him being the 9th overall quarterback, 9th highest overall paid quarterback in the NFL.
Okay.
I think we also had to remember that Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, now Lamar Jackson, are all going to be in contracts talk soon, and that market is going to go significantly higher.
Yeah, you're right.
Here very soon. So
I wanted Drizzy Drake, but no, I agree with what you're saying.
No, I was there with you. I had him on my queue. I had him on my queue, so I'm there.
People are always like, "Why are you so passionate about a mock draft?" Because I always want to draft the best team. You know, I want to be proud of the team I draft. Drake London falling to the 4th. I think it's good value. Yeah. Hoss in the chat. Where's Hoss at? We got some Hosses in the chat.
Some
Nice big
Hosses in
Ohio
the
State
chat?
guy. Casey says y'all letting Danny Dimes fall. I know you got stuck in Danny Dimes. Chris says I was hoping DK thought there'd be a chance to get back to me. Yeah, he kind of goes up and down in value. If David Montgomery ends up in a decent landing spot, how would you value him? I've been preaching to buy David Montgomery, brother. Or actually, that's Booch. Sister. I have been preaching to buy David Montgomery, so I would feel fantastic about it. I'll actually try and find that tweet. Okay, man, this is a weird place to be in here.
Yeah, some of these.
I feel like Mark Andrews is such a good value here, but I don't want to build around my tight end yet. Oh goodness! All right, let's grab Tyreek. Let's see how that feels. I just want to try and see how this feels. I had a tweet out about David Montgomery because I have been encouraging you guys to buy him. So I wanted to show you the price I paid for him recently. Here it is. So I bought David Montgomery for the 210 and the 404. Someone's telling me I overpaid. I don't think I overpaid personally, but I can respect where people are coming from. He's been a big buy for me. For the past 2 months, I felt like he was being undervalued, and I think he's not the Josh Jacobs or the Saquon Barkleys of free agency, but he absolutely is the Miles Sanders tier. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I mean, I like Monty. I mean, I was a big advocate for him last year, got injured. So, I think there is definitely a pathway for Monty and success on a team somewhere, whether that is the Panthers, the Chiefs, right? I mean, so many teams that can pick up Monty and utilize him. So it's exciting.
Sorry, Kenny Pickett just went in the 4th round. I guess that's not crazy.
It's not crazy.
That's not crazy.
It's not.
It just doesn't feel like a value, though, does it? He feels like a value in like the 6th.
I think he definitely could have fell, but I think maybe he's reading the board, understanding that there's 1, 2, 3 more teams that needs quarterbacks here, and just probably want to solidify that quarterback position.
Yeah. Bears have said they want to bring Monty back. A lot of teams are like, "Yeah, we want you back. What, are you going to pay me?" No, probably not.
I would be happy with Monty to come back.
Yeah,
as well.
I wouldn't say his value would decrease if he comes back to Chicago.
No, not at all. Not at all. Looks like Jameson Winston is going to stay with the Saints. It's not that big of a deal because Derek Carr's clearly the starter there. Just on I'm assuming a backup deal. 1 year, $8 million with no starting opportunity. That's literally what it says.
Crazy. I know there's a lot of questions in the chat. We will try and keep up as we also keep up with the mock drafts. As always, if you do want something answered straight away or you really want some advice, drop a super chat, whatever you want to contribute, and we will make sure and prioritize your comment. But we will try our best to interact with the chat as well, as you guys know we do. Adams goes off the board after Pickett. Andrews at the 4-6 is such good value. I mean, I feel like I've jibbed myself of not taking him at the 4-4, but I just don't like how my drafts feel when I take a tight end early.
Tight end early, yeah,
and that sounds crazy. I just don't like the way it feels. It's a mental block maybe for me.
Yeah, it's really hard and difficult to build around your team when you get what happens if that was a DK Metcalf, where at the 308, how does that team look, or TN, or another quarterback instead of iffy to get Trey Lance, right? It just feels a little bit better grabbing one of these guys and then getting one of these tight ends at the mid to late rounds that you can kind of really still lean on, especially with the depth at tight ends coming into the draft. Like you can get a Michael Mayer maybe at the end of the 6th to the mid 7th there. Which feels really comfortable, right? Especially with the draft capital. If we're going based off of this mock draft, you win the end of the 1st.
Chris says first time mocking. Love that. Welcome
Love
in,
that, man. Welcome.
MP, what's for lunch, brother? He says talk it up. Taking Andrews early all day. I love it from MP. Okay, so Pity City goes a little earlier than we are accustomed to seeing him as of late at the 5-1. I'm not saying it's the wrong pick.
What wide receiver is he on? 20, wide receiver 20.
Where do you have him in your rankings over at flockfantasy.com, by the way?
He's my wide receiver 19. Let me just double check that.
Yeah, I was just going to double check myself.
He is my wide receiver 19. So
I don't think I have him as high as you then.
Probably not.
Let me log in. I was logged out.
It's just it still hasn't updated. I need to talk to Mason about that actually. I tried to update my rankings yesterday and it wasn't.
Yeah, I don't know why that's happening for you because mine always update straight away.
I think there was just a little bug, so maybe I need to contact
something you need to figure out there. But I'm just looking at my rankings for wide receivers now. Where do I have Michael Pittman? I have Pittman as my wide receiver 29, which is weird because I do think he's a buy. I feel like wide receiver, honestly, I feel like wide receiver 15 onwards to wide receiver 30 is so flexible.
Yeah, I completely agree there. And that's such a weird area where these guys can rise or fall, or these guys can stay put right in that position. So there's so many different ways you can kind of go about it and build your wide receiver room. Because Michael Pittman, especially, I mean, I feel like some of these guys, once we know their landing spot, are just going to be really solidified, right? And Michael Pittman, once he has his quarterback, whether that's TJ, Bryce, Anthony, whoever it is, feels comfortable there, in my opinion. And then you can go to Jordan Addison, can be said the same thing. The Bills, whatever, the Giants, right? So it just feels really good.
Yeah, I agree. Fudge.
Jameson.
That's who I was wanting at the 4-4, but I knew it was too early, so I was hoping he might fall to me.
Okay, so DJ Moore just went. I'm glad that
still a name.
He went. So Michael Pittman was wide receiver 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Wide receiver 24 for DJ Moore here. And that's Ronnie's wide receiver 3 on his team. That feels really comfortable for me. Yeah, I guess we can kind of talk about it. Ooh.
Really?
Ooh.
Really?
I like it. Ooh. Now you're probably going to take somebody that I want. Well, actually, I have some people. I got some people.
We got shooters.
We got
Yikes.
That's good. Don't demonetize us, YouTube, please.
Damn it, dude. I wanted Jameson Williams and Treylon Burks at the 4-4, but I figured I would try and take Tyreek, and one of them might fall to me. He even let me know. He said, sorry. He just wanted to let me know. I care about you, but this is going to hurt you.
So
I love
funny.
that. Okay. Let me ask you if the following players are available. Actually, I don't want to do that. I want you to know what I'm thinking, getting in my head.
There is 1, 2, 3 people I know that you would like personally. Have 6 seconds on according to my clock, so you got to make a pick 4. 3.
Yeah, and I don't want to get auto picked. I'm gonna take Pickens there.
Okay.
I don't think the other player will be available on the turn because I think you'll grab him, but I just want to see how this plays out. There was 3 players I could have drafted there pretty easy.
Yeah, 100%. And I'll take. It's very interesting. Very close in my rankings. Take Jahan Dotson here.
Yes, that's who I was gonna consider as well. There, it's tough.
Yeah, it is very tough.
Time for Zach to say mother flocker fast 3 times. You know what's funny is the day we announced it to our Patreon only community, we had a live stream just to answer any of their questions and concerns, and to, you know, just be excited about it and celebrate. And I definitely accidentally said mother effer on the stream, and it was very funny. So I'm sure that's going to happen again. I have no doubt in my mind actually that that's going to happen again as we talk about the mother flocker tier.
Yeah.
You mother flockers. You mother flockers. Okay, Jerry Judy goes off the board. That was another name I was definitely considering there.
Yeah.
And there's still some names that I'm happy with, but Judy was kind of what I wanted. That's a 200 IQ move there from iMcD, by the way, to grab the stack at the edge. I like that move.
Stacks. He has 2 stacks right now. CD Dak and Russell Wilson, Jerry Judy. I do like that move. There goes TJ Hawkinson, a guy that I was
actually thinking about it too. Yeah,
I was contemplating. I had him on my queue.
You take TJ.
Yeah, I had him on my queue here, which makes my decision a little bit easier. And I'm gonna take Brandon Ayuk. At the 6-3 here.
Colin, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Let's get to that right after I make this pick. Badake just sticks a knife into the side of my body and grabs Brandon Ayuk there. You sick son of a bitch. You need help. Find God.
Find God. He's found me. That's the difference.
Amen.
Amen.
Say that. Say that again.
Oh, that's so funny.
Is Brandon Ayuk? Oh, yeah, I just freaking said that. Is Cooper Kupp gone? Yeah, he went early. This is where I have DJ Moore, right, wide receiver 27. So
I think where he went is perfect for me. I would take Jameson over DJ. But anyways, continue.
I'm definitely taking Jameson over DJ. Yeah,
no doubt. I would as well.
Okay. Damn it, dude! I feel like this really screwed me over. I'm gonna take Zay. I'm gonna take Zay here. I think it is a little early to take Zay Flowers.
Where did he go in this mock?
He went as a first-round pick to the Ravens.
Okay.
I'm not obsessed with this landing spot, and honestly, if I had 30 more seconds, I probably would have decided on a better pick there. But I kind of panic picked. I like the player, but I probably should have gone like Hollywood there or Calvin. Yeah, Calvin just went. I think Calvin would have been a really good pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to keep track of Calvin. Where'd he go in our last mock? I'll have that look. But anyways, continue what you're going to say with the super chat.
Thank you, Colin, for the super chat.
Thank you so much,
As you guys know, we do make sure to reply to you guys on super chats as quick as we can. Congrats on the new platform. Appreciate that, Colin. Thanks for the love. 12 team Superflex PPR start 11. Give Jamar and the 104 for T-Law and the 112. Have Fields 103 at quarterback. So I'm assuming he's going to draft, let's say, CJ Stroud or Bryce Young there. And Garrett Wilson, Waddle, J-Mo at wide receiver. Okay, this is going to sound crazy, but I think you keep Jamar here because you have the 103. I am going to use that 103 on CJ or Bryce. I can't get a wide receiver like Jamar. And I think the difference between Jamar and Trevor Lawrence in how I would value them in Superflex is not big enough for me to move all the way from the 104 to the 112. So I know it's Superflex, but I'm going to take the Jamar side of this, and then I will draft. I'll draft Bryce Young or CJ at 3, and then maybe Anthony Richardson at 104 if I want to take 2 shots.
What I was going to say is, like, I'm happy. I see that perspective. But
I
he
only
also,
have Chase and Lawrence 3 spots in my Superflex rankings different.
yeah, but you kind of solidify this quarterback room, right? You have Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, and I agree the 112 is not going to get you somebody that's going to replace a Jamar. And I think maybe that's why at the 103, maybe you trade back one spot or a couple spots and you get the JSN, you get the Quentin Johnson, that or whoever your wide receiver one is, because that kind of, not saying that's going to replace Jamar Chase. I'm saying that's probably what you truly want, right? If you do get a CJ or a Bryson, that is some sort of stack. Because I mean, we really hope, and obviously we have no idea if the Texans are going to get CJ and then also draft JSN. But if there's a world that does happen, that would be really good for you. But that's a lot of chances to take.
Yeah, I'm pretty strong on the Jamar side personally. I think moving from the 104 to the 112 is just way too big of a difference in value than Jamar and Trevor Lawrence. So I'm heavy on that side, but that's just my opinion.
I hear
just
you.
one man's opinion. But thank you
Just
so much
one
for the super
man's
chat,
opinion.
Colin.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
A-Rod is dragging out the news just to announce he's staying in Green Bay. Well, I wonder if he wants to announce it on Pat McAfee or something.
That's what I was thinking. And that's tomorrow. And all day today, Pat McAfee is like, I have no idea. I have no idea what's happening. I've been seeing all the tweets. He's been like tweeting out like every hour, every 2 hours. Either he's gonna announce it tomorrow, or he's just gonna wait until everything dies down and says, "All right, they forgot about me." That's the Aaron Rodgers.
He's like, "All right, they forgot about my name. Let's throw my name back in the news cycle."
Exactly. Yeah.
I love it. Do us a favor, guys. If you have yet to drop a like, such an easy way to show some support to help grow the channel. Why do we ask for you to drop a like? Well, when you drop a like, that's a simple indication to YouTube's algorithm that, hey, I like this content. Maybe other people would like it, and then more people can see our content. So go ahead and drop a like. If we hit 100 likes, that is our goal today. If we hit 100 likes, we will do a rookie mock draft right after this. Whole new group of people will be have given a chance to join through Discord. So appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Let's get to that Hungy mark as Kirk goes, and then Deontay Johnson to begin the 7th round. And I need to turn on the AC because it's a little bit too hot in here, so I'll be right back.
Is it hot? Is it getting hot in here? Yeah, he said Kirk Cousins, Deontay Johnson. Justin said, I think A-Rod would announce it tomorrow on the show. It would be really great for Pat McAfee in this show to get that announcement. And also, I don't know if you saw the interview with Brandon Marshall and Aaron Rodgers when it's like, you'll know soon, right? He was like, oh, yeah, I'll let you know soon. Something's going to happen. So I definitely do believe an announcement is coming of what, obviously, we just don't know when, but it'll be cool. I think it'll just be cool for kind of like full circle, you know, Aaron Rodgers or Pat McAfee always saying, come to our show, say it on our show, and he's finally going to be saying it on the show, which would be awesome.
Yeah. Justin says, I think A-Rod will announce it tomorrow on the show.
Yeah, that's what I just read, yeah.
I'm going to say that that's our show. He's coming on our show tomorrow to announce it. I want to officially put that rumor out there. And let's see how many retweets that gets. Per sources.
Are you actually going to do that?
No.
I'm joking. That'd be funny.
No.
That would be funny.
Sam says, where do you think is a realistic landing spot for Miles Sanders? Chicago? I think Chicago could make a sense. Honestly, dude, I'll be 100% honest with you. I think any team could use a Miles Sanders and a David Montgomery. There's not a team, like, honestly, if the Vikings want to move on from Dalvin Cook, great. If the Chiefs want another option there, if the Bears want to replace Monty with Miles or they want to bring Monty back, if the Eagles want to replace Monty with Miles or with Miles with Monty, maybe they would do that. Probably not, but the Dolphins could make sense. We always say the Dolphins could make sense. If Jamal Williams goes somewhere else, it could make sense for one of those guys to replace him in Detroit. I think Buffalo could make a ton of sense. I would say the Bengals with what's going on with Joe Mixon and the uncertainty there. The Broncos, while What's-His-Nuts is recovering from his surgery. The Saints, while there's questions about Alvin Kamara, right? The Browns to replace Kareem Hunt.
Nah, it's Jerome Ford season, brother. Jerome Ford season.
I hope so. The Falcons, I think the Falcons can make sense. The Chargers to replace Austin Eckler. Like all those guys that we like, there's so many spots that could make a ton of sense.
Yeah, I mean, I tweeted out earlier yesterday saying, free agent landing spots I want for fantasy purposes. Miles Sanders to the Dolphins, Monty to the Falcons. I want Jamal Williams to stay with the Lions. I said Kareem Hunt to the Cardinals, which could be really exciting. But yeah, and I said Jimmy G to the Falcons or Raiders, which I guess I kind of hit on that, but that was pretty obvious. Let's be honest. Amari Cooper,
so
Zach Charbonnet goes off.
Here this late, I think I actually might take a shot on a running back. Yeah, I think I'm going to go running back here.
Please not. Please no. I'm listening.
One spot ahead of Tony Pollard in my rankings is J.K. Dobbins.
This guy.
Welcome to the squad, J.K. Dobbins.
This guy.
Zach sells DJ Moore. Badake says, bye, DJ Moore. I want to hear you guys debate. Well,
I want to hear
you guys can watch that video over on the Flock Fantasy site. That is one of our bonus content videos that we released today. So I'm not going to say my opinion because it's already, said in a video, but maybe in a week from now we can have that debate once those people get value from that video.
I think when everything settles, you know what? I might go a little different route here. I'll take Nick Chubb.
Yeah, I was considering Nick there. Nick's got a big
what
old
I would
chub.
say
Nick's got a big old chub, doesn't he?
Nick's got a big old chub. What I would say about DJ Moore is
You've already said it in a video.
I have.
I am not going to debate right here because I want to give value to the people on Flock Fantasy.
I'm not trying to debate. I'm just
no,
saying,
for sure.
I'm just more saying like where it's at right now. I disagree. That's what I would say.
Okay.
Since I put out my video, and if you watch my video, you will see the window where I believe DJ Moore should be. Where he's at right now, I disagree. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, fair. All right, so let's see what Mantra and I McD do. Favorite tight ends to target late in startup drafts. For me, one name that I like, I would say you could probably get in like 15th to 20th round would be Mike Gesicki. I've talked about him as a big buy.
Michael Mayer.
It's not a very good wide receiver class, and it's not a very good wide receiver free agency class either. So I think some teams might use Mike Gesicki as a temporary solution to their problems at receiver.
All right, I'm gonna take Dallas Goedert now. I really want to take Michael Mayer, but it looks like he's going ahead of Dallas Goedert and Pat the Dragon.
Yeah, and as much as I love Mayer, I don't think we can do that. But
yeah, I don't think so either. And I really wanted to hit on the tight end here in the 8th, so I was hoping Dallas Goedert or Pat the Dragon goes earlier, but
I'll take my QB3 here in Geno Smith.
This guy with this freaking quarterback. Who the hell is this guy again?
Well, if this was a real league, I would have more value in Geno Smith than any other position I could draft there in Superflex.
What the hell is this guy?
So eat it.
Who the hell is that guy?
Chris says, guys, unfortunately, something come up. I have to go. Unfortunately, man, no one can really take over for you once you leave. So, yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's all right. It happens. Gavin says, I'm convinced Bears add Fields, former wide receiver. I could maybe see it happen. I thought that was like locked in before they had DJ Moore in the trade, but now I just don't really know.
Yeah, it's interesting. Wow, imagine if they do go JSN at 9. Be wild. No worries, Chris. What do you think, man? Hope everything's okay. Marcus Davenport agrees to 1 year. going to the Vikings. Man, it's a
Oh.
jumble in defense on the defensive side of the ball this year,
Yeah.
which is
It's mostly offensive linemen and defense right now.
yeah. I mean, it was a bunch of linebackers. Obviously, there's a couple cornerbacks out there. Oh my goodness! Bears recent addition: Tremaine Edmonds, 4 years, 72 million. DJ Moore, 3 years, 52 million. Nate Davis, 30 million. TJ Edwards, 19 million. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they had Jaguars money based off of last year.
Bro, it is wild. Just imagine, like, who's the best player available? Oh, yeah, give him whatever he wants. Who's the second best player available? Oh, give him whatever he wants. All right, what else do we need? Just give him whatever he wants. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. T Hop goes and Tony, and then Rashad White off the board.
Ugh.
As we get here into the later rounds, this is where you kind of start to fill out your team and find values. I care much more about, getting the best value at this point than I do building out my team, but it's still something that you would think about as you're here.
Greg Deutsch.
Greg Dortch, did he go somewhere?
No,
Or?
I just saw him on the list and I just said his name.
Okay, gotcha. Love that.
Looks like running backs and wide receivers are going to be tomorrow.
You think that's when they're gonna go?
I don't know. I really don't know. I think one of the top guys have to be signed, though. Personally, I think Monty and Miles Sanders should get taken off the market before the draft. That's what I would say. I think everyone else can be up for play, but I think you have to secure those top guys, Miles, Monty, and I don't think there's anyone else I would say is a massive running back worth securing right now. Yeah. I guess I would say Jamal Williams if the Lions really want him back. But I guess they can kind of go different ways if they really wanted to.
Matt Stafford off the board, as well as Cole Kmet, and then Jalen Hyatt goes at the 9-1. Where's Jalen Hyatt for you amongst the rest of the wide receivers? If you were to add him into, into the list as a whole, let me see where he is for me. He's my wide receiver 54 right now, which feels quite low, but that's just an honest representation of how I feel about him. But according to the average rankings over on Flock, he is wide receiver 45. So I could be bringing that average down quite a lot.
I mean, I haven't updated the rankings on that side, so it just hasn't updated. And if I'm not mistaken, the 40 to 45 range. Right now, he is my 48. So it could also reflect on there once we kind of sort out the rankings. Darnell Mooney, that's who I had in my queue as well.
You electrified my body.
Mike Williams here.
Welcome to the squad, Mike.
I had a couple good people on queue, I would say. Miles, nice. Definitely one I had on queue. Jordan Love.
That's a great pick. Looking back, I don't have regrets taking Geno over Love, but it is very close. That was really the tough decision for me.
I'm surprised he didn't go earlier. I think
that's a great pick.
I think he goes, right after golf. Or sorry, right after Carr. I was reading the board wrong. Like, if there's a drop and you need a quarterback in that round, you secure Jordan Love. Right? Yeah. So I think he went 2 rounds a bit too late.
I'm looking at my rankings. I actually have Love one spot ahead of Geno, so I probably should have followed my gut there. All right, Tyler Algier goes off the board. Okay, at this point, I think I'm fine to take Derrick Henry at the 9-9. I mean, feels like pretty good value this late. So let's grab Durka. And this team is starting to really fill out well. I'm really liking the way it's looking. Remember last year when Derrick Henry was being taken in like the 4th round? People were like, why is he falling so far? Like, these running backs don't gain value as they age. Man.
That is everyone.
It's just the way the cookie crumbles. I watched Evan Almighty recently. And yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Hey guys, if you want to see a Dynasty rookie draft, do us a favor. Help us get to 100 likes. If we hit that 100 like goal, we will absolutely pop off a rookie mock draft for you. We'll get a whole new group of people in here. So if you want to see that happen, do us a favor. Hit that like button.
That's right.
Jimmy G at the 10-1.
Yeah, Jimmy G, another good one there.
Mm-hmm.
Getting some value. There goes Zach Evans.
Damn. Ah, shoot. I was hoping to grab him on the way back.
Shoot.
You son of a bitch.
Shut him, bam.
Yeah, son of a bitch.
Talk it up. Take Elijah Moore.
All right, Elijah Moore goes off the board. Still feels too early for a tight end.
Talk it up.
Might go quarterback. Man, did any of these running backs go in the? None of them went in the second.
Nah, they all were 3rd round picks.
Oh, A-Chain's there. Is it too early for A-Chain? Some people might say yes. I don't think so. That might be my pick here.
Go by Badake outside of this. Kyle, a lot of my friends call me Badake.
I'm gonna go A-Chain,
which is my last name. So if you're here and if you're new, my name is my name is Daniel Badake. But when we lived in that big house with all the boys, that it was called 18C. There was actually 2 Daniels. So the other guy was called Daniel, and I was just called Badake, and that's kind of how all the boys, refer me as Badake. I mean, my wife's family even call me Badake, right? Like at times.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of the way it is. My family back at home in New York, they call me Daniel, right? So it's just a little bit different. I think it kind of picked up when I moved here to Australia. So I'm happy with it, which was so funny because in high school, no one knew how to say my name, and that was just more like a laughing thing, which right. I didn't take personally because my last name is difficult to pronounce. Yeah, it's weird how like it went like full circle, where it was like people didn't know how to say my name, and
what would they say?
Like they would say Badake, what else they would say? They would say Badake, Badake. It was just like Bukaki, like so many different ways. And they were saying it wrong, and I was like, oh, you can just call me Daniel, guys. Like,
what I love is when people comment in our YouTube videos and try and spell your name. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Always get some interesting ones.
Yeah, but it's okay. I'm happy with Badake. Yeah, kind of like a seal moment. He's like,
I think it just, I don't look at you and ever think Daniel. Yeah, I just think Badake.
Yeah,
and I have like a really good friend in LA whose name is Daniel. Maybe that's why.
Right.
But and we've always called you Badake, so I just see you. All I'm thinking is Badake.
It's a diamond in the hay.
It's a diamond in the hay.
You love to see it.
Oh my gosh. Badookie.
That's literally Nathan. Literally what somebody like Badookie. But and what's so funny is like now it's a joke when someone says my name wrong. It's like, who the hell is that, right? Like, because we play Call of Duty as well, and my name's actually Badake on my Call of Duty name, and some people like try to talk shit to me and be like, hey Badake, and I'd be like, who the hell's Badake? You know, it's just an ongoing joke. Anyways, all love.
Had to be there moment.
Yeah, had to be there moment.
The amount of people. By the way, guys, the video that we just posted today, which I think is a good video. We look at the 2022 versus the 2023 class and we rank them after the combine, which we've done before pre-combine. It definitely has changed slightly. I would encourage you guys to go watch it. But the amount of people who have commented, where's Drake London? We made a simple mistake. Drake London should be right by Quentin Johnston. We just made a simple mistake and we forgot to put him in there for whatever reason. But the amount of people who are commenting, where's Drake London? Like, just look at the comments. There's been like 20 people who have asked that, and we've replied to it.
Drake, I don't know, man. Just hey somewhere. Oh, hey.
That was a good video, but Dameon Pierce criminally underrated in it. That's okay. I mean, Tom, how would you, let me ask you this, Tom. In that video that we made, Tajay Spears was drafted, I believe it was Tajay. Yeah, Tajay Spears was drafted to the Texans in the 3rd round this year. And Dameon Pierce has 4th round draft capital last year. Where would you have valued Dameon Pierce? Or do you just not believe in Tajay Spears? Better draft capital. There's debate on whether he's a better prospect. How would, how much higher would you have had him in that video? That's, a genuine question I would like to hear from people.
What was the question? Sorry, I came in.
He was just saying Dameon Pierce was underrated in the video, but he enjoyed it.
Right.
Steven says, leave that bum off. Drizzy Drake's in Marvin's room. Yeah, it is a sick name. Okay, Kendre Miller goes off the board. And oh my God, Mike Evans is available at the end of the 11th round. Am I missing something?
You're not, man. That is Mike Evans, the 1,000-yard Mike Evans, who's probably not going to have a quarterback coming into this year. But yeah, that's him.
Why would you not take Mike Evans here? There's literally no risk in me doing this right now.
No, not at all. Not at all, man.
The community takes it very personally with Drake London. Where are the emails? What do you mean by that? Let us know what you mean by that, brother. Tyler Algier over Dameon Pierce, but maybe I'm an Algier fan. How we feel about the season finale of The Last of Us? Haven't watched it. We'll probably watch it tonight. I'll probably watch the finale tonight.
I haven't even watched the season, to be honest. I'm still trying to catch up on a bunch of other shows.
Come on.
I know. I have to be better.
Mike Evans will throw himself the ball for 1,000 yards if he has no quarterback. Exactly, Casey. I just don't know how I lose with that pick.
That's so funny.
I can't believe I just drafted Mike Evans at the end of the 11th round. He might be a buy right now if you're a win now team.
So funny. He's so funny.
Okay, John Mechie goes off the board, then Juju Smith-Schuster, Darren Waller, Xavier Hutchinson. Was hoping to maybe grab him late, but I get why he went off the board. Makes a ton of sense. Man, I keep looking at the tight end spot, and I'm thinking to myself, why would I take a tight end yet? But, I mean, the only person who doesn't have a tight end here is myself and Killa. And if he's actually on auto, which... No, we love everyone, but if you can't stay, just join the next mock instead, right? We want everyone to have a chance. Oh my gosh. I mean, maybe I will take a tight end because I'm pretty sure this team will get auto to tight end.
Yeah, I might take a tight end right now.
And in real life, I'm pretty sure that that team would draft one. So, Greg Dulcich available. No brainer in the 12-4.
Big old Greggy.
Why would I pay for a tight end any earlier if I can get a tight end like Dulcich there? I don't know. Just thinking out loud.
Yeah, Mark.
Just using the old clicker up here.
Not bad. Baker to Tampa. It says Baker to Tampa would be the worst fantasy. of the offseason.
Hey, he looked okay though. He looked okay in LA.
He looked okay in
to end
LA.
the season. He looked all right. Yeah. Bears going to the Super Bowl, baby. If Cook and Eckler switch teams, would their value change at all? That's a good question. I would say probably.
I would say yes.
Probably. I would say Eckler's value would decrease, but Cook's would probably stay the same.
Yeah.
Just because I think Eckler is the focal point of that offense. You put him in Minnesota. I understand his role would be similar, but I think Eckler's role would devalue more than Cook's. Got a shot of aloe vera here I'm about to take.
Take a shot for me.
If you don't know, aloe vera is really good for inflammation. So, cheers.
Are you inflamed in some way?
Yeah, I had ribs last night and they did not sit well.
Oh no. Where from?
I
You
don't
don't
know.
have
We
to
bought
say.
them from some store. I can't remember.
Oh, okay. Damn. And the stomach is just.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is a wide receiver killer.
Is that what's happening?
Greg D over Njoku though. Let me double check my rankings. That might have been an oversight for me, but I think I have them very similarly ranked.
I definitely have Njoku over Greg Dortch.
Greg Dortch. I also have Njoku over Greg Dortch.
2 oversights here from Zach today. I mean, guys, these aren't
You
common mistakes.
you think I wouldn't have Greg Dulcich over Greg Dortch?
Greg Dortch? No,
That's what you said.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Greggy Dortch.
Let's have a little geese, shall we?
Take a shot for me. If I learned anything from Leo, is that cranberry juice is great for inflammation. Sorry, one. Style, I would completely agree there. I think it was just all talk from Jerry. He was just like, "Oh, we're gonna sign OBJ. We're gonna sign OBJ," and then he goes, "Actually, he's not ready."
Yeah.
And then he was
Just
like,
double
"Oh,
checked.
we're
By
gonna
the way,
sign him." Sorry.
I have Dulcich one spot behind Njoku, so it was an oversight for me. Go ahead.
And then when OBJ is ready, he's looking good. Now you're like a little bit hesitant, but maybe it's because he was asking for a big price. Apparently he wants $20 million. I don't know what that would look like, but
yeah, that's not gonna happen. He wants to be treated like a superstar, but he's not going to be treated like a superstar.
It was a superstar.
Hey guys, if you want to see a rookie mock draft happen right after this with a whole new group of people, do us a favor and drop a like to show some support. All we need is a couple likes, I think, to get to 100. 100 is the like goal. So if you want to see that happen, go ahead and hit that like button for us, and we'll pop off a rookie mock draft. And Desmond Ridder goes off the board. Kincaid's a great pick. I mean, look at all these. I was going to say Trey McBride in the 13th round. I mean,
come on, man.
So
I mean, Darnell Washington,
good
Luke Musgrave,
options.
Tucker Kraft, Sam Laporta going to the Texans. Come on, guys. With Dawson Knox, no fans still out there.
Oh my God, I got Jamal Williams this late. Let's go.
Let's go.
I love this team, man. I love this team. It always feels good when you draft the team and you look at it and you say, I am proud of what I've just done. Love the quarterback room. Love the wide receiver room. I think the running back room is very competent. Mix of veterans and young players. Somehow I got Mike Evans that late. And if we were to go to another round, I probably would have gotten another tight end like Darnell Washington or Luke Musgrave or one of these rookies, maybe Mike Gesicki in like 6 rounds or something. Maybe. I'm liking this squad.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad. Good size.
Imagine making millions of dollars a year to play a game.
All right. Rashawn Johnson goes off the board.
Big ol' Roscoe.
And we did hit our like goal. So if you guys want to join this new mock, thank you for the 100 likes. appreciate you guys. If you want to support the show, drop a like.
Yeah.
And appreciate everyone who helped us get to that like goal already. I am now going to start a Dynasty rookie mock draft, and we will be placing this link in the new Discord under content releases, which I can actually paste the link to join the Discord here.
Yeah. It's
under the DynastyLand tab, and then under content releases is where you will find that link to join us today. Yep.
Jimmy
Change a
G
couple
to
settings.
the Raiders, huh?
Okay. I'm going to copy this link. I'm going to send it to you, Badake. Badake is going to send it. Again, just remind people where they can find this, Badake.
Yeah, guys. Join the new Discord, link in the description. Go to our DynastyLand tab, which you see with the two little orange footballs there. Go to content release, and that's exactly where I'll be posting the link, okay? It is first come, first serve. So if you haven't joined here today, and if you have joined already earlier in our earlier mock draft, please let somebody else in. We will publicly shame you. We've been saying that for a while. If you were in the last mock draft, so don't do that.
Yeah, don't join this one. Let's let some other people get in.
Don't do that. You should join, and then I'll send the link.
Oh, I should join.
Take a shot for me.
I feel like
I'm actually
the 8 spot is typically weird. Let's do that. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna do 6. Okay. Once again, DynastyLand, and then content release. Content releases. Okay. Releases. All right, here we go. 3, 2. There you go.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Reminder. This is in the description. I will also put it in the chat. Now, these are the landing spots that we are going to be using for the rookie mock draft. Carolina gets Bryce Young. Texans get CJ Stroud. Will Levis is a Colt. Then we see Anthony Richardson to the Raiders. Bijan Robinson to the Bears. JSN goes to the Texans, links up with CJ. Quentin Johnson to the Patriots. And then we get into the back end of the first round, where we see Zay Flowers to the Ravens, Jordan Addison to the Giants, Michael Mayer to the Bengals, Jahmyr Gibbs to the Saints, and then into the second round. It's a weird one. There's not many offensive players in the second round of this one. We expect many more running backs to be here come draft day, but you got Jalen Hyatt to the Packers, Jonathan Mingo to the Steelers for some reason, Cedric Tillman goes to the Seahawks, Luke Musgrave to the Lions, Darnell Washington to the Bills. We keep saying this is a good tight end class. And we're seeing that here just in a simple mock draft. Sam Laporta goes to the Texans. Hendon Hooker to the Broncos. Zach Charbonnet goes to the Rams. Xavier Hutchinson to the Titans. I love to see that. Dalton Kincaid to the Packers. Josh Downs to the Colts. Stetson Benton to the Lions. Zach Evans goes to the Dolphins. We see Dontavion Wicks to the Cowboys. Deuce Vaughn to the Panthers. Devin Achane to the Chiefs. And Kayshon Boutte is going to bury his career behind Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, and George Kittle with the 49ers. Into the fourth round, where we see Malik Cunningham to the Cardinals, Kenny McIntosh to the Raiders, Yoshivas to the Falcons, Chase Brown to the Browns, Jaden Reed to the Jets, Rasheed Rice to the Falcons, Tucker Kraft to the Panthers, Rakim Jarrett to the Patriots, Cameron Latu to the Washington Commanders. Anything else important here? Tyler Scott to the Chargers, Charlie Jones to the Browns. And that is it. So you can look at that link if you want to. I'm just making sure no one has double joined.
No, I think we're all good.
It looks like we're good.
Yeah.
We are all Gucci, my guy. So let's go ahead and start this thing.
Let's do what we do, and let's do it best. Understood?
Understood. Sean says, drafting behind Zach, this will be tough. I'm in there like swim mare. Love that style. Love that. You love to see it. Okay, so Bijan Robinson, CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson, the number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft is still available at the 1-4 in Bryce Young. He's still available at the 1-5.
Wild.
Okay, there goes Bryce Young. My 102 goes at the 105. Absolutely bonkers. But here we are. This is why we mock, because in your home leagues, crazy things like this is probably going to happen.
That is right.
What are you thinking here?
I'm just double checking to see where Gibbs went. I think he went to the Saints. The Saints, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
I'll switch it
Saints
up here,
into
and
the
I'll
first round.
take Gibbs.
You really don't like that Patriots landing spot, do you?
No, I don't. I don't like it.
I'm actually completely fine with it. I'll take Quentin Johnson here at the 108. I keep saying this. I'm totally fine with one of these wide receivers going to the Patriots because they are instantly going to be the number one on the team. Without a doubt, if Jason's there, if Johnson's there, if Addison, if Zay's there, it doesn't matter. They're instantly becoming the one on the team. Bill O'Brien is there now. O'Brien, remember, had success with DeAndre Hopkins, even though he did trade him away. I've compared Quentin a little bit to DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
Sorry?
No, it's funny how if he does go with someone like a Quentin and he traded away DeAndre Hopkins and your comparison is DeAndre Hopkins, it's just
a little DeAndre, a little T.
So funny.
He's had success with them before. Mac Jones has had literally no one outside of Jacoby Myers to throw the ball to, so it's difficult to really judge him just yet. But Quentin Johnson steps in there unquestionably as the one, and like he's clearly there. It's so defined. So I'll take Johnson there at the 108, and I'll feel really good about it.
Yeah. I really hope it doesn't happen because I really don't like it. But that's where we see different.
Yeah. Fair enough.
You gotta take a shot for me.
I mean, let's not forget what Mac Jones did with competent weapons in college.
Yeah. I hear you.
He is the one that helped Devonta Smith win the Heisman Award. I think that is something that we tend to forget about at times. Back in 2020, threw for over 4,500 yards. John Mechie had almost 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns. Devonta Smith had 1,800 yards and 23 touchdowns. Jalen Waddle, who only played a few amount of games, had pretty nice stats for the amount of games that he played. So I understand the concern, but tell me, not you, but just people who are off the Patriots landing spot, tell me what Mac Jones has had to work with. Well, Ramondre Stevenson. Has Ramondre Stevenson been fantasy relevant? Absolutely.
Freaking-lutely.
Schefter's phone might be melting today. It could be.
Yeah.
All right. At the end of the first round, we see Addison at the 9, Charbonnet at the 10, Flowers at the 11, and Mayer at the 12. I think that all makes a lot of sense. Nothing too surprising.
No, nothing too surprising there. All feels very good.
What's up, Ola?
How you doing, man? I gotta find some guys.
You electrified our body. Yeah, definitely. Okay, Luke Musgrave at the 2-1.
Okay.
Dominating. He was technically the second tight end off the board.
Yeah, to the line.
I don't think I can take him that early, but I get it. I get why you might do it. Zach Evans at the 2-3. He goes to the Dolphins in the 3rd round. Great landing spot. And it's good to see him there at the 2-3. Good to see him there.
Oh my god. There goes Josh Downs. Okay, that's what I was hoping. Gosh, these running backs did not go, did they? In this mock.
No. Sean Tucker off the board at the 2-5. What are you thinking here at the 2-6?
That makes it very difficult. Because that's what I was just going to take. And I think I'm going to go with my tight end. My tight end 2, Dalton Kincaid, goes to the Packers in 3rd. Just not really much happening in this mock.
I still think there's really good options on the board personally, but I get it.
Maybe I'm
not, and Dalton Kincaid is one of those. But
yeah, maybe I'm not seeing who it is. If there's anyone in the second, maybe. Let me have another look. No, I wouldn't take that guy.
All right, let's see what Badake's gonna do.
Take a shot for me. Oh, oh, oh.
All right, Kendre Miller goes off the board. So many options here. Jalen Hyatt's available. He went in the second to the Packers. Probably not going to take him here, but I think that could make sense. Cedric Tillman went in the second round. I believe to the Seahawks.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense in my mind.
I think they're just preparing for when inevitably they have to move on from Tyler Lockett. And then a player that I thought you would probably take, not to say that Kincaid's the wrong pick, but you like this guy a lot. That's Chase Brown. I'll take Chase Brown here at the 2-8. He goes to the Browns. And in my mind, as much as I love
Jerome Ford.
As much as I love Jerome Ford, Chase Brown takes the Kareem Hunt role and Dearness Johnson role. So, and we've heard talks about Nick Chubb potentially being a trade candidate.
Yeah.
So I'll take him there at the 2-8. There goes Hyatt and then Boutte after Hyatt.
Am I crazy having Flowers over Quinton? I personally wouldn't dare JT, but I mean, their own.
I don't think it's crazy. I mean, for me, the way I look at the class is JSN on his own. I've said this for a long time now. I think JSN is on his own in this class. And then I would put Quentin probably right ahead of guys like Zay and Addison, but I think it's closer for me. Like, Quentin is closer to Zay and Addison for me than he is to JSN, the way I currently view it. But just my opinion. But yeah. I am still going Addison over those, still going Johnston over Zay, but I don't think it's crazy to have that thought.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I mean, I have Quentin closer to JSN or higher than JSN and a little bit further away than Jordan Addison and Zay Flowers. So I think that's where we see a little bit differently.
Does Jason typically go at the 104? Yeah, I would just say Anthony Richardson typically doesn't go ahead of Bryce. Actually, now he does.
I think it's going to be like this, right? Somebody's going to take one of these I think Jason is kind of locked in for the 105 unless you're in the league where somebody doesn't believe in Richardson. But if you have a Richardson believer in the top of the board and you're hoping to get JSN, I think you could get him at the 1.5, or depending on how. Once again, you need to. How about this? Because I'm going all over the place. If you're looking to get JSN, and you have a conversation with the people at the top of the board, and they're saying, "I like Anthony Richardson," they're most likely going to take Anthony Richardson if both CJ and Bryce Young are off the board. And then you can get JSN at the 1.5, but I think right now he's kind of locked in for the 1.5. If that makes any sense. Yeah.
It just depends if cooler heads will prevail or not.
Yeah. And also if he gets the landing spot, right? Like, what landing spot are good for you guys? I think a lot of people really like the Colts, still like the Raiders, but maybe they're a little bit put off by the Raiders now with Jimmy G there. Maybe they're not. I don't even know who to pick here. I think I'll go Big O Roscoe. Did Roscoe get picked?
I don't think I saw him in this mock draft specifically.
Johnston. Nah, it's just Chase Brown. Yeah. Didn't go in this mock. X gonna give it to you.
Hendon Hooker's pretty good pick there. Drafted to the Broncos.
Jarrett Stidham to the Broncos now as a backup.
Dang. That was going to be my pick. So I do need to adjust. Let's see what options we have here.
Gotta switch it up.
Okay. I'm just thinking out loud here. Bryce Young to the Panthers does not have many options. but they do draft the tight end in Tucker Kraft. Oh, but Tank Bigsby there. I probably just screwed myself over. But yeah, I gotta take Tank Bigsby here at the 3.8. I feel like that's pretty damn good value. And then Kraft isn't gonna fall to me anymore, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. X gonna give it to you. Trey Wingo wanted to be the first to report A-Rod news so bad, yet nothing has been confirmed.
Yeah, honestly.
These mocks make me feel like I'm going to end up with a lot of Hyatt. I love that for you, Zachary. I encourage everyone to draft Jalen Hyatt ahead of me. I want everyone to have as much Hyatt before I draft as possible. Don't like the landing spot for Chase Brown to the Browns. I can respect it. I'm in another mock right now. Bigsby went 206. Yeah, he probably would go higher if we knew the landing spot, but yeah. I feel like that's ridiculous. That's very good value in my eyes.
All right. Izzy goes. Marvin Mims, Izzy. Yeah, this mock is a bit hard because none of these guys kind of went, so you kind of just going with some of your guys.
Chase says, I don't know who Dontavion Wicks is, but based on draft capital, can't not take him here. I think that's fine. That's fair. I mean, definitely we don't have, he goes in the 3rd round. I don't think we have anywhere near a 3rd round grade on him. I think it's more like a 5th round grade on him, but
yeah, agreed.
Yeah, he went in the 3rd round. This is the exercise that we're doing. He went to the Cowboys, so there's no harm in taking a shot on him there. There goes McIntosh off the board. Jaden Reed, then Sam Laporta, who I also thought was a pretty good pick there.
Yeah, that's a really good pick.
He had better draft capital than some of these running backs.
Mm-hmm. Don't sleep on
the Bears are signing free agent defensive end DeMarcus Walker, and they just keep adding people.
They got rid of a lot of their defensive players, and now they're going to build on the defense. They got the offensive line, one offensive line guy. And, remember, they still have, how many picks? How many picks do the Bears have in the draft?
Oh, my God. Look, I don't want to be disrespectful. Bears have a lot of picks. This is a completely different mindset, but is there any bigger loser compared to expectations in the last year than Las Vegas Raider fans? And I'm saying this to pour one out for you, to say, I feel you. I think that would be really tough. The expectations this time last year when Derek Carr and Devontae Adams linked up and Chandler Jones was signed, the pure torture that this team has put its fans through is tough. I mean,
it's tough.
And now you've got Jimmy G instead of Derek Carr. Maybe you get a quarterback in the draft and, Jimmy is this, he kills that quarterback like Trey Lance, or he helps develop that quarterback. But, geez, it is really unfortunate for those fans. Sorry, how many picks did the Bears have?
Just going to take Deuce here.
Excuse me.
I'm just going to take Deuce.
You're going to take a Deuce?
Yeah, probably later on today. Yeah, I would say.
I love that for you. Zach Kuntz go off the board. I think Tyler Scott went somewhere interesting here, and as I'm in the 4th round, I don't mind taking a shot on him. Where did you go, Tyler? He went to the Chargers in the 4th round. Maybe the DeAndre Carter role. I mean, Rakim Jarrett. That's interesting to the Patriots too. Andre Yoshivas. I think I actually. Oops, wrong mock. Let me just double check who I have higher in my rankings. Rakim.
Or.
Who was the other name I said? Help me. It would be Rakim. I would have Rakim higher. Let's go Rakim.
I didn't
Jarrett
hear the other guy's name that you cut out for me.
At the 4-9, yeah, that's okay. Welcome to the squad, Rakim. Bears have 8 picks, I think. Yeah. Arthur Smith logic. Kyle Pitts will block to open up space for Jonnu. Could you imagine? It really doesn't worry me. Jonnu Smith wasn't doing anything on a huge contract, and they traded a 7th round pick for him. But it is a weird move. I could see that, but it doesn't really bother me too much if I have Pitts.
Yeah. I'm sorry if you hear the noise, but I'm interested to see how Pitts really performs this year. I'm a bit still skeptical on Pitts, but I think a lot of the play all depends on a lot of it depends on the quarterback play, whether that's Desmond
Sure.
or somebody else. But Desmond had a good second half of the season coming in and starting. But I think if Pitts doesn't, it's not like a time. Where did he finish last year? Actually, and then we just double check before.
Well, he was injured most of the year, and he didn't have a good season, so it's not going to be high. But yeah, I'm still betting on the talent. I get it.
I'm just
Atlanta at 8 though is interesting now for a quarterback, because if the Raiders are going to go elsewhere and they're going to rock with Jimmy for a year or whatever, the Falcons become interesting for a Will Levis potentially.
Yeah, I agree. And now
I'm not saying I want that. I'm just saying
it's definitely a landing spot I was really interested in for, it was a Carolina at what 7 and Atlanta at 8, or sorry, Carolina at 9 and Atlanta at 8. I was really interested in for these quarterbacks. So now that Carolina's up, you're right, Atlanta does make it a little bit more intriguing, but I think someone's gonna have to jump somebody again. That's what I
think so too. Yeah.
That now Arizona, as weird as it sounds, they have Anthony Richardson or Will Levis, and that team needs to make the decision now to go out and get their guy at 3.
Yeah, I agree. I could definitely see why that would make sense.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we might answer a couple more questions, but just want to take a second and say a huge, massive thank you to everyone who has signed up over on flockfantasy.com. The release on Patreon was awesome.
Yeah.
It was well received, and the release so far to the public, to you guys today, has been awesome as well. If you do end up signing up with our code LAND, feel free to DM us over on Discord. Okay? Feel free to DM us over on Discord, and we would be really happy to make sure that you are set up and ready to go to answer any of your questions. But yeah, you can find our articles there, not only us, but everyone from Fantasy Flock, from Fantasy Endgame, from Fantasy Stock Exchange.
Yeah.
You can find rankings there. I'm not logged in, but you can find it from all the different creators. Dynasty Superflex, Dynasty One Quarterback, Best Ball. We will add redraft as well when that season comes around. Bonus content. I just released a video on DJ Moore. Only the people over on the site are going to have access to that. But I think you can capitalize on DJ Moore. Personally, I would say that you can. And it's going to depend on your league. Like DJ Moore is he's one of those names where in your league, he no one might want him. But in other leagues, he might be overvalued. So he's a difficult name to gauge at the moment.
Yeah.
But we really appreciate it. There is a Discord button here, so you can join the new Discord. We'll make sure and get you into your role. And then keep in mind that the Mother Flocker tier is going to give you access to us in a DM for advice. It's going to make sure that you get your Dynasty trades on our trade show, guaranteed. We're going to have a look at doing some Dynasty team grades.
Yep.
You're going to unlock our Dynasty draft guide, where we look at rookie profiles, etc. So I do really appreciate all the love, all the support so far. You can also consider dropping myself and Badake a follow over on Twitter if you want to interact with us there. If you want to chat with us there, we'll say some dumb things sometimes, and we'll say some good things sometimes over there on Twitter. But we are starting conversations at a minimum and trying to be a positive influence over there on the Twitter sphere. But I think that's going to be it for today. I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone for the support, for the love. If you have yet to do so, please drop a like. And JT says, my Bijan to Bears theory, last 2 times someone traded to 101 for a quarterback, Titans sent 101 Goff to Rams and got a pick, became Henry. Chargers, it became LT. I could see it happening.
Okay.
CBRO says, thanks for the mock draft. First one I joined, you guys will blow up 100K subscribers coming. I mean, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
thank you so much for the love.
Huge love, bro.
With your guys' help, we definitely think we can get there at some point. That's, we have big goals, but we want to get there with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
If the Packers take Hyatt with Christian Watson on that team, it feels like a wasted pick. Yeah, it feels like they're replacing MVS. That was my exact comp for Jalen Hyatt was MVS.
Yeah.
When I watched this film.
Yeah, that's what you said.
So yeah, but 6K subs is coming soon. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean it's on the horizon there. So huge love. Thank you for everyone that's been supporting us. I guess for even from the start, or maybe you just found us. Huge love. We thank you so much for all the support and just for having our back. So yeah, it's been great. It's been great.
It has been great. Sorry we weren't able to answer every question in the chat. As you guys know, we want to make sure we're still, looking at the content that we're creating, like the mock drafts and stuff, but we want to make sure to connect as much as possible. We won't be able to talk to everyone, but just know in the future, Super Chat's always there if you do want something answered straight away. All love, guys. Feel free to drop any questions about Flock in our DMs, and we'll see you in the next one. All love. And I have a video coming out tonight. Okay, if you're a rebuilding Dynasty team, I have 5, but it's almost like 15, and I'll explain why. Buy lows for Dynasty rebuilding teams. I'm excited for you guys to watch that tomorrow.
Yep.
And anyway, all love. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Love, love, love.